Welcome, everybody, to the Green Lantern Corecast. We are back, baby. It's been a long time, and we have returned to talk about Lanterns, the new HBO show coming out in the DC universe, James Gunn's DC universe, starring Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre. I, of course, am Naim, aka Kuhan. Joining me, as always, is Brandon, aka Wes. How's it going, Brandon?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
It's been we haven't done a podcast together in a long time.
It's been a very long time.
We've hung out many times in between and made content that I never released.
It's a testament to your personality for sure.
I texted you about this at some point, but I missed C2E2 for the first time this year in 15 years. And because I just moved to New York from Chicago, so it was like I just moved. It was tough to make the trip back out, but I regret not doing so. I regret not going because it was like, I don't know. It just felt like a hole was missing. I like we were talking about right before about not knowing how good we had it. Every year I would go to C2 and be like, man, it feels kind of worse. It feels kind of worse. And the one year I didn't go, I was like, shit, kind of wish I'd gone. But I might be at New York Comic Con. Because it's a couple hours drive, but
is that October?
Yeah, October. Yeah. But my buddy John, who gets me into C2E2 now, is gonna be there. So nice. I'll hit him up and be like, "Yo, I'm in New York now. Tickets." So
works once, works twice.
I mean, look, all it cost me was him sitting in my car one time for White Castle. So.
It's a great story. We'll tell it one day.
We'll tell it one day. Well, Brandon, if people are listening to us for the first time, maybe they haven't been around, when we recorded this podcast 10 years ago. Let's talk about our history with Green Lantern, and I'll let you go first. How'd you get into Green Lantern? Why is this one of your special interests?
Wow, this is not a good way to start. Come on. I got into Green Lantern via Google.
What does via Google mean, Brandon?
Yeah, I was playing a game. Oh wow. Okay, let's be real quick and real specific at the same time. I was playing a movie simulator, and I was like, I should make a Green Lantern movie. Yeah, and it's text-based movie simulator.
Oh my God.
And
by the way, I want to say real quick. Earlier today, sure. Brandon was saying he is definitely neurotypical.
Yeah. Anyway, long story short, playing this game, wanted to fan cast Green Lantern, as you do. You go to the internet. Who's Green Lantern? Oh, well, Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern, as you do. So I was like, let's read some comics so I can get the gist of these books before I cast this guy in this game that only matters to me.
What was your... Which, to be fair, is a thing that we still do today.
Fancast?
2 days ago. Yes, 2 days ago we were texting Fancast for the Kawhi Leonard Clippers TV show.
That's true. This is also why I'm very neurotypical.
Because you'll listen to Pablo Torre Finds Out? Yeah, okay.
On two different platforms. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, exactly. What was your first exposure to the character? Because I'll start. Well, for me, I watched the Super Friends cartoon, right? So I remember Hal Jordan, and then the Justice League cartoons, and then there was John Stewart, and then I think the first single issue I bought with my own money was a Teen Titans issue, and then the second single issue I bought with my own money was the Sinestro Corps War #1.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'd read at the library, right? My local library was really good for reading trade paperbacks. And if you're watching this or listening to this, your local library is also pretty good for reading trade paperbacks. Read some comic books, watch the shows too, watch the movies, but read some comic books. Comic books are fun.
Support your local comic book dealer.
Support your local comic book shops as well. But if you can't afford to support your local comic book shops and you want to get into comic books, or read some comics at the library and then also go to your comic shop and buy the books that you were interested in, it's a good way to have a full sort of history of comic books. But yeah, I was on. God, what was that it wasn't Jeff Johns' site, but what was that site? Do you remember the name of the site?
Oh no,
It was
no.
some.
DC had a their own forums that was pretty popular for a moment.
It was some, but it was some forum that like Jeff Johns would frequent, and I can't remember the name of the forum. But
I will say we got a few drifters from that website.
I mean, I'm one of them. Like,
Yeah,
you know, that because Andrew, who created our website, thegreenlanterncorps.com, like would come onto that site and like kind of be like, oh, hey, check out my website, my Green Lantern fan site. And I was like, all right, I'll check that out. And, then we were, the rest is history. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah. I should state that yes, I'm old, so of course, Super Friends was my first introduction to the
Of
character.
course.
My first give a fuck about the comics was because I wanted to fan cast. But
Right.
yeah, I've Grant Morrison's Justice League, or JLA rather.
Sure.
Mark Waid's run right after that, Tower of Babel, I think. Yeah, the pretty good Kyle Rayner stuff
Yeah.
got me into it, but never gung ho until Jeff came along.
Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously he really revitalized the character, and I've waded into a few like Instagram comment discussions about like the show because a lot of people are complaining about the suit, which we actually have not seen. Or there was, I think one of the taglines was like, only one can wield the ring, and people were like, well, no, canonically two can. I'm like, well, yeah, but to me that's still new because when I started reading comic books in 2007, there were only two Earth Lanterns for a couple of years at that point. For the 40 years before that, like it was only one. And like if they're doing that kind, maybe they're doing that, maybe they're not. I don't know. Like obviously there's also Guy exists, and maybe it's, well, there's only one and then also Guy, like there's two, but the other one's Guy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out when the show
We'll
happens.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess before we talk about the show, though, like, how are you feeling about the show? We're going to talk a little bit about what we know, but like baseline, what do you think? How are you feeling? 1 to 10 excitement level.
Excitement is 10.
Great.
Excitement is 10 for sure. Yeah.
Great. I'm pumped. I'm excited.
I was scared that it was further in August and that I would have to wait a little bit more, but no, I'm pretty excited. I just realized that my unhealthy obsession with Carol Ferris is still there. So I'm still like waiting for little nuggets and here and there.
Sure.
Like it could happen. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm very, very excited for this. Mostly because Kyle Chandler is so charming.
He is very charming. He's very charming.
And
well, so let's talk about what we know, and it's basically what's on Wikipedia because I don't watch trailers, and I've been so gung ho about not watching trailers that apparently Brandon has followed my lead and stopped watching trailers
since The Dark Knight. Yeah, thanks.
No, not I stopped watching since the Batman. You mean?
Yeah,
not the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. For me, The Dark Knight.
For you, The Dark Knight. So then you weren't following my lead. I did it well after that. You stopped watching trailers in 2008.
Yeah.
Good for you. I had not stopped by that. I stopped watching like 2015. I followed your lead, Brandon.
Oh, look at me, trendsetting.
Yeah, trendsetting. I'm just more vocal about it. So we know it's Kyle Chandler is playing Hal Jordan, Aaron Pierre as John Stewart. Nathan Fillion will be reprising his role as Guy Gardner from Superman and Peacemaker. Kelly MacDonald is playing Carrie, who is a sheriff from Nebraska. And then a handful of other characters. We know that Sinestro is going to be in the show. I believe I did see like a screenshot of him being in some sort of prison or something like that. That's all I really know. Paula Patton is in it. We don't know who Paula Patton is playing, but shout out to Paula Patton. I haven't seen her in forever. She's great in Mission Impossible 4, you know. The basic plot is that they have been really pitching it as a sort of True Detective style thing, a True Detective style story set in Nebraska, and they're investigating some sort of extraterrestrial incident / murder or something like that. I actually did not watch True Detective. It has been on my list for 10 years. I know you're a big True Detective fan.
You haven't watched any True Detective?
I've seen clips, but I've not watched any True Detective. I know I need
Buddy,
at least season 1, which is
buddy.
the good season, of course.
The
I understand.
great season.
I understand. It's been on my list for
season.
10 years. I should go back and maybe I'll do it this week in preparation for Lanterns. But what do you think of a True Detective Lanterns? When you heard that, right? That's what they've been saying for the last year.
Yeah.
Are you hyped about that as the Lanterns show? Obviously it's a cool idea.
No. Literally everything mentioned, it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Because we're coming off the movie. We're not coming off, but
sure.
It's still recent memory. Get me cosmic.
Right.
Me out there. Show me aliens. Show me space. It's Green Lantern, right?
And that's the thing. I think when they first said True Detective, and I think they didn't say Nebraska, and it's well, if it's a True Detective story, but on Korrigar or something. I know that's the wrong sector, but if it's a True Detective story in on another planet, something cosmic True Detective, that could be kind of cool. But really grounding it on Earth is what's the choice here?
I would say, and this is just me again, Grant Morrison did the same thing with their comic. They pitched it was hey, this is a procedural, and then it was very much not a procedural.
Sure,
but it started in that narrow. Here's a procedural with Hal Jordan going by the books, doing detective stuff. So hopefully we get that, and it just expands. And if we look at, not to go too far off board already, but if we look at the people involved, Tom King is very much not a stay in his lane kind of guy. He's a very much start with this narrow point of view and it quickly get above his britches kind of guy.
Well, and obviously Tom King's involved, but then it's Damon Lindelof who did, he's got some good and some bad. The Watchmen show obviously is great, and a lot of Lost people
Yourself not included.
My thing with Lost is I watched the first 5 or 6 episodes as they were airing, and then I missed a week, and this was 2004 or whatever. So then I was screwed. It's nothing. You Lost was a show before its time, and once I missed it, and it was impossible to catch up. And then by the time I was able to catch up, now I got to buy a DVD box set. It's all gone. Whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Lindelof is an interesting choice. And then Chris Mundy, who did Ozark and one of the True Detective seasons, but various other sort of very mystery things. So I don't know. I'm curious as to how these 3 showrunners interplay. It's the 3 creators. I don't know who's the showrunner specifically, but I think I don't know if it's probably 3 showrunners. Damon. Well, so the pilot is written by Mundy, Lindelof, and King, and the finale is written by Mundy, Lindelof, and King, and then episode 6 is just Lindelof and King. So it's tough to know, especially in I don't know.
Mundy is the showrunner.
Okay. But it's still 3 voices, right? Lindelof and King co-wrote 2 of the episodes.
Yeah, they're listed as the co-creators, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually Lindelof co-wrote another one of the episodes. I think Lindelof has the most writing credits on the series.
The first 2. Yeah.
No, so Mundy co-wrote the first 2. Lindelof and King co-wrote the first and the finale, and then Lindelof and King co-wrote 6, and Lindelof also co-wrote 4 with Justin Britt Gibson, who wrote a couple. So there's 4 or 5 credited writers. Or 5 or 6 credited writers looks like. So I don't know. It's the interplay is interesting. is it too many cooks in the kitchen? Like I don't like
The writer's room,
writer's
so
room for sure, but like
yeah,
writer's room is fine, but when there's two showrunners, especially when it's like a writing team, that's one thing. But like if it's three co-creators all in the room, and there's like, it's not like these are three guys who work
experience
together all
too.
the time.
Right.
Like Mundy and Lindelof are both very experienced working separately. King is experienced in comics, not in television, but like, fine, whatever. But it's like, it's what, who's the lead voice in that room, right? Like a show that I love is How I Met Your Mother, that has two co-head writers, like, but those guys work together all the time. So you're looking at both
Right.
Carter and Craig, like, but like, who's the lead? Like, yes, Mundy is the showrunner, but like, oh, well, Damon Lindelof made Watchmen, like, who's like, what do you?
That's funny. That's I would probably assume the showrunner gets final say, right?
Sure.
So, and I think Damon wouldn't attach himself to a show, especially for physical, headlining credits, if he didn't think his voice would be heard. So I think we'll get a good partnership. I think the problem that we could run into is season 2. If this
Sure.
show is received well, I kind of doubt Damon comes back just off the strength of it.
Maybe, and I'm not necessarily against that being like, if that's okay. I'm the one thing that really interests me, and I think it's my hype level up here, is that they did choose to put it on HBO, like on the television network. Like that feels like a choice for like, we want, like it's not straight to Max, right? It's not straight to HBO Max. I think the only thing that's been shoveled straight to HBO Max that is like truly great is The Pit. and
I'm trying. Forgive me.
one of the Game of
I'm
Thrones
thinking
shows, maybe, but I think those are on I think those are on HBO.
Is Task straight to Max? I
That's a
wouldn't know,
good
but it's a great
question.
show. Great show.
That's a good. I think Task is on HBO, but maybe it's on HBO.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Like it. I mean, obviously, like anything that's on HBO is on Max same day, so like it's tough to really know. But like, it's especially because like, who actually has HBO anymore? um,
somebody's grandpa.
but like, yeah, the actual, like, the choice to put it on HBO is like, clearly they believe in it. But then, not to talk too much about the DCU at large and the greater DCU, like coming off of Supergirl, which I enjoyed, but didn't get the best of reviews, certainly had quite a few problems. Like, does that temper expectations for this at all? Or is this just like, this a different creative team? It's a different thing. It's just like, we're so early in the DCU, it's hard to like get sort of a vibe check. Like, all we've really had are Superman, Supergirl, and Peacemaker, but Peacemaker was also season 2. It's a whole weird thing. If you're listening to this podcast, you know about it.
I would kind of say Peacemaker would probably be more in bound with where my expectations lie, just being because it's television.
Sure.
I don't think Supergirl fans or no fans or audience would say, oh, that sucked. Why would I watch Lanterns?
Sure.
That doesn't correlate too well. I think if you're like, hey, Peacemaker was pretty good. James Gunn knows how to make a TV show. Let's see what he's got with Lanterns.
And then the other thing I'm curious about is how much of Gunn's fingerprints are on this, because I think he had a lot of fingerprints on Supergirl, maybe too much.
Yeah.
But like, obviously he, like, Superman and Peacemaker were both him and were both very good.
True.
So yeah, I'm curious, like, having seen other James Gunn things, the tone of, like, outside of even superheroes. I mean, I guess super is technically superhero stuff, but like a different kind of superhero stuff. Like, having seen other James Gunn work, I don't know how that tone works with necessarily this tone. I don't know. Like, I'm curious about what the tone of this show is.
I don't think James Gunn's got any fingerprints. I think I'm sure he get some EP credit, but no, it from the limited trailers that I have seen, I don't think we'll get any slapstick Guardians style comedy,
Sure.
or what was the indie superhero movie he did? Was that Super?
Super. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get that dark. I think well, we might get dark just because it's a murder investigation, but
Sure.
I don't think James is our problem here.
Well, no, I don't think it's a problem either. I'm just like, if we're comparing to Peacemaker, like that is a James Gunn joint,
For
right?
sure.
Like
For sure.
that. So like, whereas I think like Supergirl is the first DCU thing that does like that isn't like, obviously like, his fingerprints are all over it, but like it's directed by Craig Gillespie. It's written, like he's technically not involved except for as a producer. So this is the second thing of that. That's why I was making that comparison. But you seem like you want to say something.
Yeah, let's not forget Nathan Fillion is going to be in the show as well.
Sure.
Right? It'd be very hard pressed to bring that specific character and not bring that specific tone to this show.
Well, but like, that's true. But like on the other side, right, on the MCU, you look at the Punisher in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and like that's a very different tone than the Punisher in One Last Kill. Like so and obviously One Last Kill kind of sucks, but
Frank
I think
Frank is very niche. Like I think he's flexible that way. I think Guy Gardner is very stick. So
sure. Yeah. And according to Wikipedia, I don't know how exact this is, and like what a main character is something different now than it was in 2007. So he's listed as main, but that might just mean he's in like 3 episodes and gets, main character billing in those 3 episodes.
I doubt he makes 3.
I don't know.
He was such a late announcement into the cast. I doubt he makes 3 episodes.
But whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
before I'd be remiss to say, just because I'm such a fan, Kelly McDonald being in this show gives it such a higher ceiling for me. Her work on Boardwalk Empire, even the small role she had in Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
She's a phenomenal actress and like just brings it every time.
I've actually seen so little with her.
To see where she did.
I need to brush up on her work because I never watched Boardwalk Empire, and Skeleton Crew's been on my list forever. Department Q I thought about watching, but I haven't seen it yet.
What's the guy who plays Daredevil?
Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox was in Boardwalk Empire, and they were phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure. Well, okay, let's talk about the other cast members. You already talked a little about Kyle Chandler and his charm and charisma. Let's talk Kyle Chandler straight up first. I like Kyle Chandler. I think he's charismatic. Do you think that is right for Hal Jordan or not? Not that Hal Jordan is not a charismatic character necessarily, but like, do you think that his type of charisma is the right fit for the Hal Jordan type of charisma in a way that, like, for example, Ryan Reynolds' charisma was definitely not.
To be debated later. I don't know, man. It's tough because what they're going for is a very specific time frame for Hal Jordan.
Sure.
And once you cast Kyle Chandler, you're getting a much older Hal, which, speaking for the rest of the fanboy internet, they're hated it. No one wants to see their Hal as the old guy, especially if he's on his way out. But Kyle Chandler is so good. He's like so good. It's like, what if you can cast Denzel as John Stewart, you do it, right? Like, you just do it.
I mean, I do think about like in Game Night, I guess that's kind of like like the hard traveling hero, kind of like down on his luck version of Hal Jordan. But like, did you see Game Night? Like.
Game Night? Was Kyle Chandler in Game Night? Are we talking about
Jason Bateman's brother?
Jason Bateman. Okay.
He's like one of the main characters. Yeah.
I'm only thinking of Jesse Plemons and
Jesse Plemons in that movie
And
is
how
really good.
fucking hilarious he is.
Jesse Plemons in that movie is so funny. But like the whole thing is like they kidnap Kyle Chandler. But like his thing in
That's
that movie
right.
is that he is like the cool older brother. He's right about everything, and then it
That's
turns out
right.
he's a con man. Like, and that's kind of the Hal Jordan. I think like again the hard traveling heroes like him hanging out with Ollie Queen energy.
Ollie,
Is
yeah.
that the energy they're going for in this show? I don't know. I mean, obviously that's a comedy
We'll see.
character,
Yeah.
and this is not. All right, let's talk about Aaron Pierre. Aaron Pierre is Jon Stewart. How do you feel about this? I'm seeing hands on head.
I'm stressed. No.
Good actor.
Is he? Is he? Is he? And I say that with respect because
I don't know English. They're all good, right?
I actually made that point to my wife a couple of days ago. So British actors are just better.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of Aaron Pierre. I watched Rebel Ridge, solid action little movie. If you want to count Mufasa,
Did you not see the show where he was Malcolm X? You didn't watch that one?
The show where he was Malcolm X? Was that the Regina King movie?
No, there was a show. It's a show called Genius, and every season, like the first season is Albert Einstein, the second season is
No, sir.
Pablo Picasso, the third season is Aretha Franklin, and the fourth season is MLK and Malcolm X, and he's Malcolm X in that.
And how was that?
I didn't watch it either, but the reviews were
cool. Yeah. So, like I said, how do they say it? Filmography.
Yeah. It's limited for sure.
Limited for sure.
It's limited
and
for sure. I didn't watch the fourth season of The Morning Show either, so. But he is already confirmed for Man of Tomorrow.
Let me call my mother and see
if he's great in The Morning Show.
Yeah. Listen, my man is booked and busy, so it's gotta say something, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like we are maybe watching an actor on the rise, right? And we're seeing this is maybe a make or break moment for him, right? Like he's like this is the thing, right? This is the thing that maybe either propels him into the stratosphere or is the thing that people are like, yeah, but he's in that Lanterns show.
I remember when the movie Green Lantern was being cast and Deadline was like, this movie is auditioning all the young hot talent.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, Bradley Cooper, Justin Timberlake, all the hot talent at the time.
By the way, I want to give so much credit to David Fincher for tricking the world into thinking Justin Timberlake is a good actor, and not just that like he's really good in The Social Network because David Fincher is a great director.
he's also such a small role in that movie.
But like he's really good. Like he's really good in that small role.
David Fincher is really good.
I agree.
The best thing
we got catfish.
We're gonna go off a tangent real quick. The best thing about Justin Timberlake in that movie is that he didn't fuck up Andrew Garfield dominating that fucking scene.
Yeah.
Anyway.
By the way, I'm on Aaron Pierre's Wikipedia page. I either didn't know or forgot or didn't realize that he was cast to be in Blade.
What?
In the Blade movie that's never happening. He was supposed to be in the cast of that movie, and then eventually, when it got delayed, the Mahershala Ali Blade movie. Yeah.
Along with our good friend Delroy Lindo and
was Delroy
every other
I forgot about that
black actor.
Wow. I mean, they straight up they used the costumes for that movie for Sinners.
For Sinners, for sure. Yeah. Big fumbles. Listen,
you want to do 20 minutes on Wonder Man?
We could. See you next week. Listen, Aaron Pierre scares me, but not like. It's also because Jon Stewart's not that deep of a character, Sure. He's not a character that I'm worried someone's gonna fumble. If they said, "Hey, here's Aldous Hodge," I'd be like, "Cool."
Sure.
Or if they said, "Here's," I don't know why Lee Thompson Young just popped in my head, but sure, if Lee Thompson Young, R.I.P., was cast in there, I'd be like, "Sure," you know. It's not a hard role as like
Back
Hal.
when 6 years ago or whatever, when I was writing an article for the site that we never put up because I never finished it about
Okay,
Green Lantern casting.
look at
um,
you, not me.
Because there was that rumor that there was like a Tom Cruise, Christopher McQuarrie, Green Lantern thing in the
Good
works,
times, good
and for
times.
me,
Yeah,
it was like Greg Tarzan Davis, who was in Top Gun Maverick, was like that was my Jon Stewart pick. Um, he's also in the last two Mission Impossible movies. He's the one
yeah,
black guy in those movies.
yep.
But like he's great and like obviously has a great relationship with Cruz, so that would have been really fun. I don't know. My other thing is like, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with this, but like Chandler and Pierre, neither of them looks like they walked off the page. And like that's fine. Like sometimes you don't have to have that, but like I don't look at those guys and think, "Oh, that's Hal Jordan or that's Jon Stewart." Like that's just
I think we'll be thinking that through most of the season until we get a feel for these characters
sure.
and where the story
I mean,
goes.
because I will say I felt that same way about like Grant Gustin in the Flash show, and then
I
by the
still
end of
feel
that,
that way. I still feel that way.
I get where you're coming from because I felt that very strongly in 2014. And like it's not he's not the comic book Barry Allen for sure, but like he is that like that version of Barry Allen is its own thing, and I'm fine with that. It's more Barry Allen than Ezra Miller's Barry Allen, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If we're setting the bar above our toes, yeah.
And to be clear, I didn't dislike the Ezra Miller Flash movie. It's just not Barry Allen.
Cool. I'll leave that for another day.
That's by the way, I saw somebody said that Dwayne Johnson said that Black Adam would change the whatever, what was the word,
The
the balance,
economy?
no, the balance of power in the GC universe or whatever.
Sure.
And he actually did do that because the next day James Gunn took over the DC universe and he completely changed the balance of power.
Cool. Thanks, Rock.
All right, so we have a couple of strong voices at the top here, right? We have HBO crime drama voice. We have mystery box, like the number two man for the mystery box, right? Lindelof
Sure,
is an Abrams guy, and then the Tom King superhero stuff. What are we feeling like the mix is going to be, and like what do you think the mix is going to be? / what do you want the mix to be? Feel free to say either one. I would like. I'll say like I don't know. If we're doing the crime drama thing, then like let's do the crime drama thing, I guess is where I'm at.
yeah. Double down.
Um yeah. But like obviously it's still a superhero story. We still need some of that. Um I don't know. And then like the mystery box stuff, like I would like as little mystery box as possible, to be honest. Because like if it's a crime drama, that's the mystery that I want to be focused on, as opposed to like the end of episode 1. Here's Sinestro, and oh Jordan, you don't know about this, and then at the end of the season, it's whatever Parallax or something like that. I don't know.
Thinking of something that sounds awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
Really, you think that's great? You're into that? I'm fine.
Listen, I finished Lost.
Sure.
I enjoyed it for the most part. Yeah, for whatever it was.
Really love that last season. Really love that ending of Lost. Huge fan.
Matthew Fox is a hero.
Great in Speed Racer. Yeah, I agree.
Listen, the way, you know what? Follow me. Don't let me lose track, but follow me.
Let's go.
If James Gunn took over and initially wanted to make a movie and was like Tom Cruise, Christopher McQuarrie, older Hal, little older, but John is the rookie coming in, he's got that vision, right? And then he's like, let me talk to the comics guy, see what they say. Talks to Tom King. Tom King says, yeah, what if it was a TV show or a procedural? And then James Gunn's like, that sounds like a TV show. Let me call my TV people. Calls J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams says, hey, I got a guy for you. And here we are, 2 years later. Anyway, I say that because I think if they do the True Detective lane, we're going to get something special, but we might not get something long lasting.
Mhm.
I think we're closer to Wonder Man than we are Iron Man.
Sure. Well, I
And
mean, the thing is that like, I get where you're coming from, and like Wonder Man obviously is really good, and I like that, and like it's interesting. It's because what I wouldn't want is for, if it gets a second season, like I would kind of want the second season to be dramatically different from the True Detective kind of thing, or maybe again do it but in space. Like give me True Detective but aliens instead of in Nebraska.
it's unfair to speculate on what we want from a second season without
Sure,
seeing where we
sure.
go.
What the other thing I'll say as the Wonder Man comparison, because I think it's not a bad comparison. I think it's an apt comparison. But like there doesn't feel like a path for that character to join the wider MCU, right?
No.
Like
No.
maybe we'll see Yahya Abdul-Mateen again. Like he's a great actor, people like him. Like maybe he'll show up, whatever. But like the groundwork is not laid. Whereas it
Right.
does feel like Lanterns is very much laying the groundwork for, even if the first season of Lanterns is never thought of again. Aaron Pierre is going to be John Stewart going forward, and like he's going to be in Man of Tomorrow. He's probably going to be in whatever Justice League movie they make. Like the ramifications will be felt. Whereas like if they decide, if Kevin Feige decides like whatever, we just never need to discuss Wonder Man again, like he's done with some of the, like Moon Knight, right? Like
I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened with Moon Knight. Like the budget was there, the cast is there. Anyway,
one thing I'm just saying, like not even saying like the quality of Moon Knight. I'm just saying like Moon Knight
no,
has
yeah, like what happened
zero
after?
connection. Like, is
Yeah,
it ever going to come back? Like, who knows? Like, what? Like, probably not. But like, it is Oscar Isaac. Like, are they gonna do whatever they can
money.
to get Oscar Isaac to come back? But like, probably not, because also who watched Moon Knight? Like, so like it doesn't feel like they're gonna do that. Like, it's not gonna get shoved aside, especially because it's so early.
I don't know, man. I think they could. I think they could peacemaker this thing, and the only cameos we get are those Tangiel, Guy Gardner, peripheral characters that show up. Like maybe we'll get a Lobo in season 2. Like that. I'm telling you, like
No,
if you keep it so narrow, then you
sure.
don't have to worry about those problems.
No, I understand. I think that the show can be that kind of thing where like, you know, like, and this is a very, very bad example, but like Secret
Sure.
Invasion, where Secret Invasion has no impact on the rest of the MCU, but the MCU before it has an impact on Secret Invasion. And I think it'd be like that, but in reverse, where the show has impact on the rest of the rest, the greater DCU doesn't have an impact on Secret Invasion, but or the greater DC doesn't have an impact on Lanterns, but Lanterns has an impact on the greater DCU. I mean, truly, just because Guy and John are there, and presumably those are the two Lanterns for the sector going forward. Like, Guy is a good character for the Justice Gang, but like when it becomes the Justice League, you have to imagine that they want that to be John, right? Like I'm sure Aaron Pierre is signed to an 8-picture deal or whatever. Like,
Sure. I fear that kind of thinking. Obviously, this is a podcast and we are fans, but I feel that kind of thinking is what dooms the next project.
sure,
Trying to place the next guy into the next thing before
yeah.
the next thing is written probably takes a toll better than it, or more often than it works.
Well, I mean, and not to it's a testament kind of to some of the Feige stuff. Like obviously
Feige is a
he's had
unicorn
misses, but
for
like
sure.
yeah, for sure, for 100%. Like everyone is trying to find. I think it's a smart thing that DC did is from day one they were like, well, Gunn and Safran, and like Safran is the money guy and Gunn is the creative guy, and like like nobody else can do that. You can't have Zack Snyder be both guys. You can't have Walter Hamada be both guys. You can't have
Yeah,
like whatever
yeah.
whoever was after
Nice
that.
pull.
Like,
Nice pull.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
What a time.
it's simply you can't have Kathleen Kennedy on Star Wars be both. You can't have Dave Filoni be both. Like you like there is one guy who can do that. It's Kevin Feige. And like if you can have James Gunn be like, I'm focused on the creative, and Peter Safran, we work very well together as a creative producer unit, and so you'll focus on the money and I'll focus on the creative, and we're still very early in the stages of the DCU.
Sure.
Obviously, like regardless of the quality of Supergirl, it didn't perform well. Like that is
Very true.
a box office flop. Like it's what happened, which I think is a bummer. I think it deserved better than that, but like fine, whatever.
They should not have put that movie out at that time. This was a jam-packed summer, and
Sure.
she got scores between the sides. Even for a less great movie quality,
Right.
she should have been like a March release or
A
something.
March release, yeah, like a late March, early April. I think that probably would have helped too, for sure. Yeah, because didn't it come out like a week before the Odyssey? God, that's or something like that.
No, but probably a bigger window than that. But that would have been terrible.
3 weeks before the Odyssey. Okay,
3 weeks,
okay.
yeah. I think she had a week on Toy Story. I think is what it was.
That's what it is. I think it's a week on Toy Story, maybe. Yeah. No, the week after Toy Story. It was week 2 of Toy Story, which is still bad.
Doom.
Yeah. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good for an opening weekend.
Zeroing in on story real quick.
Yeah.
Because we touched on it a little bit, but let's say it out loud so we can get it off our chests. If they kill Hal Jordan by season's end, does the internet riot? Do we riot?
That's an interesting question. It's a really interesting question because I feel like when we were doing this podcast, talking about the comic books for, however many years we were doing that, it felt like nobody gave a shit about Hal Jordan. and now suddenly everyone's like, well, Hal Jordan is the guy. Like that's the most important character and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know, man. When I was growing up, everyone cared about John Stewart because he's in the Justice League cartoons, and and now suddenly we're mad that Hal Jordan might die. Like, I don't know. But I get your question, and I think TV and movies are too obsessed with using death as a motivator. Like it kind of happens a lot. And of like if that's why it would bum me out is that the best, is the best thing for the story to kill Hal, or is it just like, well, that's what you do, you kill the guy and that motivates the other guy and blah blah blah. I don't know. So yeah, I think I would prefer he not die for that reason, and then also kind of gives you the opportunity to use him later, or maybe again even set up an Emerald Twilight kind of thing if you want to do something like that. I don't know, just like as a thought.
So I shouldn't say our. I was gonna make a reference to your man, Jeff Johns.
Our very good friend who's welcome on the podcast anytime.
Comic legend Jeff Johns. I bring him up because his time, and Dan DiDio as well, his time at DC, their heyday, was all about the iconic versions of characters.
Yeah.
So the title of Batman, the iconic version is Bruce Wayne. The title of Wonder Woman, Diana. And so on and so forth. Barry Allen as the Flash, to be argued. But for Green Lantern, Jeff and Dan thought it was Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
And you'd be hard pressed to argue with that just off the strength of he has the most issues.
Sure.
He had the Super Friends debut, and that's pretty much it. But it's that versus the Justice League comic, right?
Right.
I mean, cartoon. And if you grew up in the
And like
90s,
and
you
and
were a
like
Kyle baby. Right.
I think John is a good character in the Justice League cartoon, but like, you know, that was certainly, oh, we got a lot of white folks. Like, what if we
You
use the
think that's
Black
what
Green
it was?
Lantern? 100%, dude. They were like,
You
we
think
got to
that's-
use, we need to put in the Black Green Lantern because there's not a Black Flash for us to use. So, because otherwise, like Kyle Rayner with Hal Jordan's backstory for whatever reason had already been introduced in the Superman cartoon. So why not
Superman,
just bring him back? Like, oh, because we want to have Phil LaMarr voice somebody, like, you know. And Phil LaMarr is great. Nothing against Phil LaMarr.
Phil
Phil, one of the
Lamar
all
is
timers.
fantastic.
One of the all timers. Like,
We'll get Phil Lamar on here and make sure he absolutely
give him his flowers. 100% deserves it.
I'm gonna go on record and say that is not why Jon Stewart was included. He was not a diversity hire.
I think it's I mean, maybe
we'll look it up later.
We'll look it up, but I think it might be factual that he was chosen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I feel like I've heard that like this is a true like actual documented history of they chose Jon Stewart because they did not have a black character.
Best moments in that show were Jon Stewart and Hawkgirl and
for
Jon
sure
Stewart
they
off her Flash. It was great.
Absolutely, they did great stuff with that character, and it's a great character. And like it's like Donald Glover in the 30 Rock writers room. He was chosen because they needed a black writer, like because they were allowed to get a free black writer because of the way that NBC hiring rules worked, and so they picked a guy who was a great writer, and now he's a legend.
Fun facts. Yeah, man. Did you mention your level of excitement? Where does it fall?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say my number. I would say I'm probably also at a 10. I'm very excited. I love this character. We love, like I was saying to you, I did rewatch the Ryan Reynolds movie a couple of nights ago. It was better than I remembered it being. Still wasn't very good, but like it certainly was better. I felt it was better, on Friday night than it was when I walked out of the theater in 2011 and was like, what the hell was that? Parallax still sucks, but like there's a lot, like, I would say probably the three worst actors in the movie are Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Taika Waititi, and they kind of get the most to do, which is a bummer.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what?
Remind me again who played Amanda Waller? Was that Angela Bassett?
Angela Bassett, yeah.
She was fucking terrible. She was fucking terrible.
She's Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett's floor is higher than Ryan Reynolds' ceiling.
I remember that movie being less so. I was gonna ask
and I know you're the
I'm the
huge Blake Lively fan.
I am.
You are the gossip girl himself.
I am.
But she is not good in that movie. She's so bad in that movie.
I didn't mention her.
She's so bad. And Taika Waititi's American accent is like, just let him be out. Like, let him be from New Zealand. Tom is from New Zealand now. He's not. If you're not gonna let him be an Inuit, then just like.
You know what's crazy? I had forgotten that he was an actor.
Yeah,
and I was like.
I believe he said he used the money from that movie to make Hunt from the Wilder People. Like, that's the best thing for that movie is that he was able to afford to live for the next couple of years.
The best thing is that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds got married and had kids.
Hey, good for them. Like, I'm happy for them.
Anyway.
But yes, I'm very excited. I'm excited for the show. Like I said, the movie was a disappointment. And like that being the sort of lasting live action legacy of Green Lantern, like to be able to maybe wipe that away a little bit, would be nice.
Would be nice for sure.
it would be cool. I when I walked out of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, like my high praise was at least the last Indiana Jones movie isn't Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Like, at least we've got that. It's still not a good movie, but it's better than Crystal Skull.
I got advance tickets to see Captain America. Was it First Avenger? It
Brave
might have
New
been.
World. Oh, okay.
This is way back,
Yeah, yeah,
and I just happened to wear a Green Lantern shirt to the advanced screening,
yeah.
and the rep was like, "Are you wearing the right shirt? Do you want to switch shirts?" And I was like, "No, I'm still repping the gang. Like I'm
Yeah.
still Green Lantern. Just because the movie sucks doesn't mean it's on me. Like I can still like the character, guy."
Oh,
But
I
now
thought it was. I
thinking,
thought it was you're wearing a DC shirt and this is a Marvel movie.
I'm sure that's what they meant. But for me, I was still triggered. Like
I don't know, man. We're still one big happy community, you know. Maybe
we
not in
love puppy.
2011. Maybe not in 2011. I think there's a little bit more, but now it's like if you read comic books, thank God. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's do some predictions about what we think we're going to see in, let's say, one prediction for episode 1 and a couple of predictions for the season as a whole.
Oof.
Do you think, let's say, do you think Sinestro shows up in episode 1? Do you think he shows up later on in the season?
No, that's got to be a mid-season reveal, right? Like
I think it might. I like. I mean, like I said earlier, I think it might be like end of episode 1 of like Sinestro is.
that seems like. Now, is it closer to Hal's character to be like, I don't know what to do. Let me call Sinestro, or because it just seems very, hey, I don't have any ideas. Let's bring in the big guns real quick.
Sure.
I I would be hesitant to see Sinestro in the first episode.
Do you think we see, aside from
But you,
Sinestro, a single other alien?
no, no,
Really?
yeah. Actually, I would say, what? How many
Well,
episodes?
and Guardians. We'll probably
8.
see Guardians.
I don't think
Actually,
we. Yeah, that's
I think
tough.
there's. I think we're confirmed to be seeing a Guardian at least.
Do we get John getting the ring, or do we just jump into it? Like, how much setup is too much setup? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
How much? How much? You know what? Let's go back to our predictions before I get us off course.
Sure.
I predict that Aaron Pierre will surprise me, and not only be uh, a great John Stewart,
Sure.
he will be a reason for us to pine for a Justice League movie.
Okay. Okay.
That's
pretty good.
a seasonal prediction.
Season prediction. Yeah, yeah.
Episode 1, I'll just say I predict Hal to be very not Hal. I think we'll get a very
A little more Coach Taylor.
season 4 Coach Taylor for sure. Yeah.
I didn't watch Friday Night Lights, so that means nothing to
You
me.
didn't know? Okay. By the time he switches schools, people who know. How do you
Sure.
watch Friday Night Lights?
I mean,
Where
like,
have you
I'm
seen
not.
Kyle Chandler if you haven't seen Friday Night? What was
He's
the
been in
Netflix
movies.
show yet?
He was again. I saw him in Game Night. He's great in Game Night.
My guy.
He's been in stuff. He's in a lot of stuff. You know, like here and
He's
there.
in a lot of stuff.
Um,
He had a show on Netflix I never finished, but it was pretty good. It might not have been on Netflix. That's where I watched it. Anyway, predict me.
prediction. Episode 1 prediction. I think episode 1 is going to be. This feels so negative. I think it's going to be disappointing. I think it's just not going to give us enough. Like, I feel
Enough
like we're
what? Action?
I don't know. Maybe action, but like maybe like not enough of the mystery. I don't know. I'm always a little wary of like season long mysteries. Like where it's like this is a 10 episode mystery.
That's why you haven't watched True Detective.
Sure. Sure. And again, and like everything I've heard, True Detective is great, and I'm sure that'll be like one of the exceptions to my like, you know,
My
to
man
that.
got a James Bond gig from True Detective. You got the director from No Time to Die, oh my
Really? No Time to
gosh.
Die. wasn't No Time to Die bad?
That's not the point.
Oh, Cary Joji Fukunaga.
Yes.
Sure.
He directed this amazing episode of True Detective, and they were like, give that guy a Bond movie.
Yeah, I don't know. My concern, I honestly, one of my concerns is that we're not going to see a single construct in the first episode.
You won't,
and I don't like
guaranteed.
Yeah. And that bums me out. I'm watching a Green Lantern show. Like, you don't have to give me a ton of them.
It's a show. It's the same reason why I never wanted
Surf
to
Dracula.
go back when CW was going, because if you can't do it to the best of its ability.
But CW obviously doesn't have the budget, right? CW doesn't CW had to have a reason for Firestorm to never become Firestorm because they couldn't afford it. That's whatever. But like HBO has the budget. Like if you're putting a show on HBO, you have the budget, and maybe it should have been an 8-episode season instead of a 10-episode season or whatever. Like as much as I hate 8-episode seasons, but like if that's the way to make the money work. Or no, sorry, it is 8 episodes. Maybe it should have been 6 instead of 8 is what I meant. Like as much as and as much as I hate 6-episode seasons, I'm just saying like if that's the way to make the money work, then maybe that's the way you got to make the money work, or maybe just make it a movie. Like if you can't afford to make a show the best version of the show, then maybe you shouldn't be making it a show.
As someone who is a big Game of Thrones, House of the Dragons guy. They got the money.
Sure.
They have the money. If you want to spend, you can spend, right? But
so I guess that's my prediction, that we don't see a single construct in the first episode, and that's going to bum me out is if we don't see a construct. And I agree with you that we're probably not going to, and I think that sucks. Like it doesn't have to be like a big action set piece, like maybe just makes a key with the ring or something. But like, I don't know.
It wouldn't bum me out. I'm okay as long as the story is good.
Sure.
Just hook me. And
I agree. And maybe
is capable.
Yeah.
I think Damon is capable. I don't know as much about Mundy, but Lost is a great show. You never
saw Ozark?
Oh, I'm sorry. Ozark is also a great show.
Yeah.
The Room is capable.
Sure.
Hook me, baby.
Sure. And like that's the thing too. Like I could be like, maybe there won't be a single construct in the first episode, and I'll still be like, damn, that ruled. Like I was wrong that I was unhappy about it. But like, I don't know. All right. Season long predictions. You already said you think Aaron Pierre is going to surprise you. I think I don't want to go negative again. I'm not that guy. I'm not Eric. I think maybe I am. The older I get, the more like Eric I feel.
That's funny. That's really good.
And sorry if you didn't listen to our podcast 10 years ago, but we're on the same feed. You can go back and hear him. Lovely guy. I think the mystery is gonna be a letdown. I think the overarching mystery is gonna be a letdown. Is my serious prediction
sure.
as well.
I mean, but do you think like a twist is a letdown, or are you saying the story just will never get there? I think justify the concept of the show.
I think. Look, is there a second good season of True Detective?
Yeah, I would say the first
Mahershala Ali season.
The first season and the last season are pretty great. I like them all.
Sure. Yeah. It's just like with any of these shows, and maybe it's one of those things where like it is the first season that'll be good, and that's what matters. But like Fargo, for example, like kind of I don't know, like past that first season.
Don't say that. No, don't say Fargo fell off.
It's all good, but like I think the first season is the best, like and I don't know. The
last season was definitely the worst, but it wasn't the best. No, actually, Chris Rock was the worst. But
that's 2 seasons of Fargo. You just said we're not as good.
Not
of a 4-season show.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I'm just saying. Like
the fall off is minimal, though. It's minimal.
I think it's kind of like it's like There's been a lot of shows that have tried to be True Detective and not been successful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my concern, is that this is another one of those where it's trying to be True Detective but then also trying to be a superhero show, and then also Damon Lindelof is there. Like,
You also don't want each of these guys chasing the thing that they're good at or known
right.
for. I don't want you, because Ozark has some really bad seasons,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't want you chasing Ozark. I don't want you
Right.
chasing Lost. I don't want you chasing Watchmen, which was
I think,
phenomenal.
yeah, I think the best version of the show is that you have three guys who are good at their craft, and all the best ideas rise to the top. And the worst version of the show is you have three guys who are good at their craft, and they're all trying to just do the thing that they're known for doing, as opposed to like work, bouncing off and working off each other. And I don't know. I'm not in that room. I don't know what's up. Like, I hope it's great. Like, I want it to be great. I want all of my negative predictions to be wrong.
As content creators, do you see yourself saying, hey, if I wasn't doing a Green Lantern podcast, this is my bailout episode? Could you point that out?
When it happens?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I just want to hold you to it.
Oh, like,
Not
you mean you want me to give it a number now?
No, just like let's hold our standard to where it is, right? Like, let's be honest with ourselves and say, hey, if we weren't in the position that we are and to cover this as dedicated as we are,
Yeah.
I'd be turning the channel, you know?
I'll say that if we get there, for sure. If that happens and we get there, I will say that. And that's what happened with Book of Boba Fett, for example. I think I got through 2 episodes and did not watch more. And then I was going to be on Cord Killers, and then we're going to be talking about Book of Boba Fett. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll catch up. And it was if it wasn't episode 5, which is the Mandalorian episode, I would have been like, I wouldn't have then gone back to watch the rest of the season. But it just happens to be that the episode we were talking about was the best episode of the season. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll finish this now. But like, that's the only reason I finished Book of Boba Fett is because I had to do it for a podcast. So I will say that I will be very honest, and that honestly makes for good content. That'll be a good cutout on TikTok. So, one more prediction. Maybe you have a negative one, although you don't have to. Maybe you can be the happy one.
Yeah, I would.
It doesn't have to be a negative one. It doesn't have to be a negative one. I'll try to be positive for the next one.
Let me think of something. How about I predict Sinestro will be 2 minutes of a cameo total, like whatever we saw in the trailer, and I say we,
that'll
as
be the
in
one scene.
you audio, that's it. We're not getting Sinestro as a character.
I think he's supposed to be recurring, I believe, is the so maybe like 2 scenes across 2 episodes.
Say, just because I'm more monkey than or machine than monkey, there was a lot of cast announcements for this show. Nicole Ari Parker's in here. What's the guy's the son of the comedian? Jason Ritter's son. No, Jason Ritter.
John Ritter's son. Jason, Ritter's. Yeah.
Correct.
Garrett Dillahunt.
It's a long cast list.
There's
something that's ever going to space. So I'll predict that we are not going to space outside of John getting that ring.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some flashbacks or something. I don't know. Who is Paula Patton playing?
Can we discuss the suit?
Is there anything to discuss?
If it's not good.
Oh, sure.
How much does that affect the show?
What episode do you think we see the suit?
9. It was 8 episodes.
It's 8. Honestly, episode 9 of 8 is not a bad prediction. I'm so sick, and we've been sick of this, like, as a society for over a decade of you give me an 8-episode season and you don't give me the actual character until episode 8 of the. At least in Daredevil, like the black, like whatever is kind of cool, but like like every other one I feel like has been like, well, we're not going to show you them in costume. They're not going to actually be the character until the final episode. It's like, just like,
well, with
come
Daredevil,
on, dude.
not to get off track, was
Sure.
at least they was like, hey, here's the guy that's gonna make his costume.
Sure.
You know, like,
sure.
let's make
Yeah.
it make sense.
Yeah.
No, I think this is one of those situations where we don't see that costume until episode 6. Or you know what? I take that back. Excuse me. We'll see a ring. We'll see the costume in episode 1, but we won't see it in action till episode 7 or 8. Or what is it Game of Thrones that was really famous for penultimate episodes being awesome? So, yeah. You don't watch enough TV.
I watch a lot of TV. I just don't watch prestige TV.
That's insane. Okay, let's wrap this up.
I will honestly, I think it's going to show up before that. I think it's going to be like episode 3. Because, like, it's, you know, it's not him becoming Green Lantern. He's been Green Lantern.
It's
He's
not
already
that story,
Green Lantern.
right.
So,
Sure.
like, it will be tough for it to be like, if it's that late, boy, that's crazy. Like,
It's
that's
just a detective show. You don't need to be suited
true.
up for a detective show.
That's true.
But should it be a detective show is the problem.
Well, this is the world we live in, Brandon. we already live in the world where it's a detective show. So now we have to live around that. And again, hopefully it's awesome. Hopefully it's great, you know? Do you have a crazy prediction? Do you have one that's like...
Hector Hammond is the bad guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's grounded enough.
Sure. Well, I mean, he's also the bad guy in the 2011 movie, you
right?
Know? Which, again, to go back to the movie for a second, I think Peter Sarsgaard did a good job, and the makeup team I think did a good job. I think like, yeah, I think that's what Paula Patton is going to be revealed to be. I think Paula Patton's going to be revealed to be the villain.
Please don't let her be Carol Ferris.
She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
Carol Ferris is more than beauty.
I asked the question, and now I'm trying to think of an answer for a crazy prediction. You know what? I'll give you. I think they let Sinestro out, which maybe is not that crazy because they do that shit in the comics all the time. But I think they release Sinestro because they're like, this is our last resort. We have to have Sinestro come out, and then we do have a big cool space battle in the last episode of the season. That's not happening. That's my probably not. But like, if it does, that'd be sick, right?
They gotta work their way up to that budget.
Yes, episode 8. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Do you think it's gonna get weird at all?
Weird?
Do you think the show's gonna get weird? Like, and not weird. Sure. Like, again, not weird in a Rusty having time as a cat circle monologues way, but like weird in like a, you know, Chip shows up or Gnort shows up or Kilowog. I would very much like for Kilowog to show up, and I don't think it's going to happen.
We're gonna. No, we would get that voice actor announced.
What if Paula Patton is playing Kilowog?
Then Twitter is gonna kill James Gunn. They're just gonna kill
Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Green Lantern 2 woke. Yeah.
Kilowog would be interesting. But I think we talked about aliens before, and I just don't see it happening outside of Sinestro.
Yeah.
I think whatever Guardian we get, mind you, I haven't seen any trailers, but whatever Guardian we get, I think it's just gonna be a flash, maybe during the Oath or something, and maybe we'll get some aliens in that kind of shot.
Sure,
but that'd be a disservice to the character if you're never gonna get out there. Like, don't give me Kilowog with his fist in the air if you're never gonna get there.
It's like Tomar Ray's beak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Just see Jack T. Chance's jacket.
I like that. I like that. Why not? Why not? But hey, we live in a universe where the core is already established, right?
Sure.
Because Guy is Guy and Superman.
Right. He took an oath.
So it's possible. It's possible. We don't know what kind of things he got up to before Superman came out or happened. So
yeah. Do you think Guy's going to be in episode 1?
No, I think they need to set the tone before bringing in that shift. I think he'd be like before they resort to Sinestro. Let's call Guy. Like,
sorry, it's just really fun. I was like, man, we really can't figure this out. I don't know. Who should we call? Guy Gardner?
Listen,
maybe he has Mr. Terrific's phone number. You know,
it's probably less of let's call Guy and Guy being like, "What the fuck is going on here, Hal?"
Yeah,
he just stumbles across whatever Nebraska town.
I'm interested to see if Guy has a slightly different tone. Like, obviously, he's still a guy. Like, you know, even the comics guy is but he's able to have, you know, like in Superman and in that, you know, cameo in Peacemaker, he is a comedy character. And is going to be purely a comedy character, or are you going to get a little more out of him here? That would be interesting to see.
Would it interest you if he was straight drama? Or would that be Damon and company? Sorry, Chris and company saying we don't give a shit about what happened in Superman.
I think that'd be too much of a departure, and I think again Tom King also you know, and I don't think he would be like, well, that's just too different from even the comic book Guy Gardner. If Guy Gardner is straight drama, like I think he can be dramatic, but like still have a little bit of the comedic tone, especially if you still got that haircut. You can't have a straight drama character with that haircut.
Facts.
You simply can't.
Yeah.
So like I think he will maybe be able to be less of a straight comedy character, but also have some comedy, you know, like bring some levity, but also, you know, be more than just like truly in Superman, he is a joke, right? And that's fine. Like that's what he's supposed to be. Like that's you know, that's why you have it be Guy Gardner in the first place, is because you can just have him be kind of a joke and then have like one kind of badass moment at the end of the movie. But yeah, I think that he will bring levity, but I would hope and I think that he will also be somewhat serious. You know what would bum me out, and it's gonna bum me, like it's not what would bum me out, it's what's going to bum me out, is that Sinestro is going to have the Sinestro Corps uniform and not the like jester costume that he used to have.
You want him to look like a clown?
Because I want Sinestro Corps to come down the pike and that to be like, and now it's changed. Like it doesn't have to be like the clown, it can be like blue and black.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but like it's going to be the yellow with the symbol, and that's I just like I would like it to be he is Sinestro, and then later the Corps comes and builds the whole thing. But whatever, it's whatever. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. It's what they did in the movie, and I didn't like that they did that in the movie. But whatever.
Sure, the movie doesn't count because Sinestro's post credits. But yeah.
Well, I mean, he's there in the movie, but like, yes, that shot is in the post credits. But that meant that the promise of the next movie is you're going to do Sinestro in that costume.
Yeah,
and like whatever, we don't need to
unearned. Right. I got you.
Yeah. It's straight from I'm a Green Lantern to Sinestro Corps, and that's feels too quick. At least in this, they've had a history, so maybe
he's already in jail, right?
Yeah. So that's that. It will be fine, but they're going to do it. It's one of those things, like we said at the top of the show, where like all of the stuff that was brand new when we started reading comic books in the early mid 2000s is 20 years of history now. So like that now is the Sinestro costume. So like I guess that makes sense. Although Sinestro Green Lantern again, I don't know. He's a Green Lantern again a lot of the time.
Once. Yeah, it happened once.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
All right. I think that's a show, unless you have any more thoughts, Brandon, that you want to get out before we
I have
head out
so
of here.
many more thoughts. Let's start with Carol Ferris. No, we're good. We're good.
Cool. Well, if you want to follow us on social media, Linktree/GLCore, GLCORPS, is our Linktree page that I have created as we speak. And that's where you'll find our social media pages, as well as the website and the YouTube channel, where you can watch our show if you're listening, or listen to our show if you're watching. Check us out there, and I think that's the main thing. Brandon's links, my links will all be there. This has made the end of podcasts much shorter. So thank you so much for watching or listening, and we will talk to you next week after episode 1 of Lanterns.
Peace.
I have this magic ring. It is the color green. It can do anything. Sometimes it speaks to me. It says, Hal, what have you done with your life?